Hey everybody, and welcome to another sit and talk episode with me, German Dave. And yes, I think I will actually move these from the streets to my office. Um, I think I like the quality of these a bit more rather than walking around and yeah, and janky bad camera light and car noises and all of that. So I think I like this format a bit more. But hey, tell me in the comments, man, if you like the walk a bit more because it was a bit more authentic and a bit more of the cuff. Because with this one I can do some research, but I want it still to be like talk from the heart and just what I have on my mind without big numbers. Because we do that on our weekly shows, right? Where we talk all things numbers, statistics, and all of that. So let's keep this basic and open so that everybody can join in, and yeah, maybe fun, man. But comment down below, like and subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, and help us grow this baby because the last European videos I have done quite well. So yeah, man. Thanks for the love and keep that going. Yeah, now this time my thoughts are regarding Newcastle because there are fans of bigger clubs in the Premier League that are bantering them and trying to take the piss out of Newcastle because they lost out on so many targets. And if I had been one of those rival fans, they would have already like read a full list of targets. They have missed like 9 players or something. I won't do that shit because I think that's quite disrespectful, honestly, to Newcastle. And Manchester United fans, dude, you guys have nothing to chat to them, man. Like with how you try to talk down down to Newcastle, which are again a club on the uprising, right? But they have to put the work in. But dude, Manchester United, you shouldn't be nowhere near where you are, and to even be in that debate of who is the better United and all of that dumb stuff. No, but yeah, look, Newcastle lost out on some targets. Yes, is the problem the players themselves, or is the problem that they are trying to rival other teams like Liverpool, like Manchester United for those targets? AKTK, for example. Liverpool sent that ultimatum, right? Like either you give us Isak or we go AKTK. Newcastle said no. Liverpool went AKTK. And then Isak said, well, I'm out anyways. And that's the bad position or the bad situation you are in now. And with Sheshko, you guys try to go for him, so you can sell Isak, hopefully at a reasonable valuation for you, so you can earn money, and that helps you with FFP and PSR and all of that. So you can actually invest that, and that will be helpful. And then he decides to go to Manchester United, right? And nobody knows where Manchester United has that money from because all their fans and Sir Jim Ratcliffe claimed that they were broke. They fired all the dinner ladies, megastore workers, like the heart of the club, greensmen. And here they are spending on Cunha, Mbeumo, Sheshko. And now they're in for Baleba as well for 100 million, whatever, pounds or euros. So, yeah, look, what I think Newcastle has to do, or the situation they are in, you're still not able to challenge with those with the big six, let's say it that way, because they are so far ahead in everything like revenue, squad quality. Yes, of course, like Newcastle finished ahead of Tottenham and Manchester United, but the infrastructure of the club, the training grounds, and all of that, the revenue production, especially with Tottenham Stadium, for example. Liverpool and Manchester United would always have the highest revenues in the Premier League and some of the highest in world football. Chelsea is getting up there because they have an incredible like international following, and Arsenal is, yeah, I believe from the numbers of fans, for example, the the even the bigger London club outside of England, right? Like in terms of how many fans they have worldwide, and then yeah, Manchester City built quite a following as well, and built their revenue as well, right? Like that is the level that Newcastle has to get to at some point. The question is, does the PIF, or yeah, who are the owners of Newcastle, do they have the time and the patience to do that ongoing process? Because that takes time, money, investment, patience, sometimes even failed investments, failed players. Quite honestly, what Newcastle has to do is build the revenue up. I don't know, um, generate even higher ticket revenue. Like all of those things, bigger sponsorships help you with PSR and with you being able to spend money, right? And for that, you have to also, for a while, for a while at least, until you get close to those top teams. And this is, by the way, for Newcastle and Aston Villa, because I think those are the main two that are just outside of those top two that are fighting to get there. And they are, yeah, basically taking turns on who of them gets to the Champions League, right? Like with Newcastle and Villa. So those are the two teams that have to slowly and intelligently, sorry, the German came out again of me, and sustainably as well. That's the way they have to build things now. There's no need to banter them. Oh, you lost out on a 95 million pound striker, or on a 75, 80 pound million pound striker in Sheshko. Like, Newcastle has to take things slowly. Those are not huge losses. Isak will be a huge loss. You can debate that, but you will get the money for that. And in order to get your club again, to build it up into higher spheres, like you have to get or build proper scouting areas, or even scouts in itself, like training grounds, everything that is regarding performance enhancing, legally, of course. Um, And yeah, those are the steps they have to take, and there's no shame in losing out to targets to Liverpool and Manchester United, because that's not yet the level, but not in a disrespectful way, in a way where they have to work themselves up there. They have the backing technically. They can build the best facilities in world football, and they have the richest owners in football as well. And I think they can do that. They just need the patience. But I know, like, to be patient right now is hard, right? Where you lost out on those targets. You brought in Anthony Elanga from Nottingham Forest. Um, who else? Oh, Malik Chow, the German center back from Milan. That will be a nice addition. So they continuously improve the team, right? And they still have an incredible talent. Now I don't know if their goalkeepers bring in Ramsdale. I don't know. Like, not neither him nor Pope is, in my opinion, starting level, but they have time to get that done, like in the next 1 or 2 years. But Shaw as a center back, they still have Cher and Dan Burn. I know both of them are 33 years old, but they're still good. They had incredible seasons last year. Lascelles is 31 years old, so they might have to replace him as well in the near future. But Chow is the first step. Botman, if he can stay fit, like, incredible defender. Lewis Hall, one of the best left backs in the league from who they got from Chelsea's academy. Like, they have time to get that done. They still have Trippier, I believe there were. Am I correct in remembering that there were reports of him leaving as well? But even then, you have Tony Livramento on the right. You still have Emil Kraft, the other Swede, or the other guy from Sweden on the team. And I still think they have a good team, man. And midfield of Guimaraes, Tonali, Joe Linton, Joe Willock still there. Louis Smiley, one of the most interesting young English talents. Left wingers, Anthony Gordon, Harvey Barnes, both of them incredible. Now Elanga on the right side, Jacob Murphy on the right side. Yeah, and Isak basically still there. So the weakest part would be their striker if Isak happens to leave, which it it's looking that way, but can happen, man. And there are reports of them going for Jacob Ramsey as well, who is an amazing player from Aston Villa and young and would move the needle as well for them, I think. So they have to do that grueling process. They have to, yeah, they have to do it the hard way, man. There's no way around it. And honestly, I feel for them because the Premier League content creator scene is a harsh one. They try or like to cook each other and take the piss out of each other, but I genuinely think Newcastle is still a very well-run club. If you think where they were like just a couple of years ago, fighting themselves up from relegation, then reaching the Champions League 2 years ago, being out for one season now, and now being back in the Champions League, getting all that money and that revenue. By the way, that helps. Qualifying for Europe helps as well, and in terms of being able to spend the money. So I just hope they continue their process. Don't don't try to not be bothered by whatever the Manchester United fans are telling you. And your club is doing good work, man. You have good players. You have to now to get some potential in some younger players. You have to get the scouting correct. You have at some point to replace Fabian Schär and Dan Burn, for example, as well. But that's something for next summer or maybe for even winter time, right? Like you have the time, you have the money. Maybe not the money immediately because of PSR to spend like big, but still, like if you're able to offload something or to offload Isak, for example, you can get a 35, 40 million player outside of England, or maybe even a Nicholas Jackson for 60 or 65 million pounds, which is one of the rumors. And I know that's not a very tasty name, but I think an effective one because he's essentially as well like a player that is a multi-tool like Alexander Isak. He can run the channels. He likes the half spaces. He can dribble into the box. He can lay it off to other players who are doing over or under laps. He can score. He can receive the ball, absorb pressure, and then lay it off. Like that's what he can do. It's just a similar story to Darwin Núñez in terms of the finishing, but I think Nicholas Jackson is a very effective player. Of course, if you don't overpay for him, I think he will be effective, and that leaves you even some money you can play with. Maybe invest in another center back. Maybe yeah, there are ways to do stuff, and I think they're doing it right. And yeah, honestly, my summary is don't be bothered too much. You have an incredible team. And trust me, you or Aston Villa, you'll be fighting for the Champions League spots next season. I think it will be, yeah, like the top four, in my opinion, is pretty much secured in Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City, and Chelsea. We will see the order of those. And then yeah, you, you'll be there to fight with Aston Villa for that fifth spot, and maybe even Nottingham Forest, but we will see about that because they are up and down sometimes, and then it depends on the coaching performance, and God knows what that guy Marinakis will do, whether he will fire Nuno Espirito Santo or all of a sudden that guy is a ticking time bomb. You never know what you get with them, right? But man, Newcastle has the most. Them and Aston Villa have the most stable bases, right? They have good coaches, and Aston Villa Unai Emery and Newcastle with Eddie Howe. So they have good coaches. They have good systems that are working. They both of them play beautiful football to watch. Honestly, if you turn into a Premier League game and you see Aston Villa or Newcastle, you're always entertained. And it's always a fun watch. So yeah, man, don't be bothered about Manchester United bantering you guys, because there will be plenty of time again to banter them, because when was the last time that something went just smoothly for Manchester United? Oh, we will be there. We'll have fun with them, right? Them at Arsenal. I like to have, yeah, I like to cook those, man. It will be a fun season. And yeah, watching the Arsenal fan base imploding today, um, when the Isak news to Liverpool heated up, Liverpool getting two center backs down, rounding out their squad, and Arsenal is still there. Okay, we got the striker, but damn, who's the left winger? Where's Eberechi Eze going? And he's going to Tottenham all of a sudden instead of Arsenal, because they didn't trigger his clause a couple of weeks ago. And now Tottenham went there and said, "All right, let's negotiate." Man, it will be a fun season. Newcastle, you'll be there in the Champions League fight. So though, don't be bothered too much, man. Like whether you lose Isak or not, you will get a replacement that is good enough to keep you afloat for at least one season. And hey, if you secure Champions League again, that gives you again a bigger chunk of money. Maybe you can offload another player next summer, right? And that gives you even an even bigger budget. And maybe you find new sponsors that raise your revenue as well. Maybe, yeah, there are ways to do stuff. Maybe you get some new beautiful merch and whatever, and that's part of it as well. But yeah, so I'm not a Newcastle fan, so I can't tell you about the ins and outs of the club. I don't know about ticket prices and merchandise prices and how big the range of merchandise is and all of that. But all of those are money generators and revenue generators, and that's what you guys need, man. And I think you'll be good, man. Don't be too bothered. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. This was my waffle on Newcastle, some of my thoughts on it. And yeah, if you like this video series, keep the likes going, follow the channel, and I'll do even more. And if you like them, I'll do them more often as well. So see you guys, like and subscribe, and also join the Discord if you're willing to participate and be in the community where we debate a lot about football, and now slowly more international football as well, because it was very Italian and Juventus heavy, but we are getting there. We are getting there. There are a lot of European football fans as well, and specifically me. Like, I love watching the Premier League. I absorb all the content creators and the, yeah, and the club representative content creators, all of those, AFTV, the COP TV, the Big Six, like all of those channels. I love watching that, man. So see you guys. Thanks for watching. Join the Discord, like and subscribe, and see you next time.